So when to engage and when not to engage. When not to engage, the things you need to look at is what are they doing? So what are they doing? If they just have a website, a blog, and that blog is not having a lot of comments, doesn't feel like you have a lot of hits, people are not talking about this site, that means you should probably not engage. If they are doing lots of multimedia, they're showing up at meetings, they're using both new media and old media, so they have a social presence, they're Twittering, they're Facebooking, they're blogging, has comments. Comments meaning 6 to 12 comments per post is pretty good. They're writing letters to the editor, they're getting talking with the editorial people, they're actually getting conversations with reporters, really getting their statements out. If they're doing that and they're developing a following, then you need to engage them. Are they, and really beginning to question whether or not they're being accurate with the facts and really taking them on head on.
We'll keep that?
Yeah, I think it's keepable. I'm going to have to look at it.
Okay.
I might need to do, I think I'm going to do one more of that. When to engage and when not to engage. When not to engage, it very well could be two guys with a laptop. And how you can tell that is they put up a blog, they don't update it regularly, there's very few comments if there's a blog or a website. People who are outside of your school district or municipality are not talking about it. You're not getting bumped into at a Kroger's or whatever with people sitting there saying, hey, I saw on this website this is going on, what's happening? If you're not getting any of those comments, very likely these are one or two people in a closet with a laptop just trying to make some noise. When to engage is a different matter. And you should engage them if they're going to start accessing both social media and old media, meaning that they are doing Twitter feeds, they're doing Facebook, they are doing a blog, they're posting it regularly, every day, they're getting comments, and on top of that, they are engaging the editorial board, writing letters to the editor, they've developed relationships with the media, with reporters, and getting quoted in the paper consistently. And they're showing up to meetings and they're being heard. That's when you need to engage them, and especially if they've taken on a name and you start seeing them develop membership lists. That is when you have to start engaging them, and we're going to discuss now how and what you should do to engage them.
That's cool. That's cool with me.
When you need to engage an opposition group, the thing you really want to bring home to them is facts. No, that's not it. When you've made the decision to engage an opposition group, a group that is really slinging mud at your school district or municipality, the thing you need to hit them with is facts. Most opposition groups are very shoddy with the facts. They usually take one very small strand and they just pull on it. And it's usually inaccurate, and it's up to you to highlight that inaccuracy. You need to use comparative data, and you need to sit there and say, these are the facts. You need to have champions outside of the school district or municipality who are willing to speak on your behalf, willing to write a letter to the editor and say, this is the facts. This opposition group has it wrong, and we feel obligated to inform the public of what is actually happening here. If you can do that, you're going to be in great shape. Other things to watch out for is who is actually supporting this group. A lot of these opposition groups are not from your community, believe it or not. A lot of them come from the county, or actually even sometimes outside of the county. Keep an eye out for that. If they're from outside the county, people at the local level do not like to be lectured, regardless of politics, from outsiders. And I think that is something you really should look at when looking at this, engaging this opposition group. But really, set up a set of talking points, stick to the facts, get them on the facts. This is where opposition groups usually fall flat, is on the facts, and that's where you can really boost your credibility with your community when you engage this community group. And I fucked that up right at the end.
Wow. That was good, though. You do good.
Any way to splice that? Because I was really on a roll with that.
I don't remember if you give me a second or two or in between the lines. I don't remember.
Okay. We'll have to do that again.
Can you sit in the back of your chair?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, that was really good.
Yeah.
When to engage a community group. You have to set up talking points that are factual and that you can recite from memory. Once you have that, talking points enable you to sit there and counteract what the opposition group is doing. Opposition groups traditionally will try to take one thing and beat you over the head with it, and they'll stretch the facts, or they'll really, yeah, man, I had it. Okay. When you're going to engage an opposition group, when you do it, you have to set up talking points. They have to be facts that you can recite from memory. Once you have them, you really have to go after the opposition group in terms of facts. They're going to take one or two things and they're going to beat you over the head with it, and usually they're highly inaccurate. And once you know that, you have to come back with facts. And on top of that, it's who comes back with the facts. It should not always be the superintendent or the mayor or the city manager or principal. It should be champions outside of the school district, outside of the city, saying, as a supporter of the school district, I'm here to tell you that this is the facts. This group has been saying this is actually not accurate. Here are the facts. Feel free to look them up on this website. That will help boost your credibility with the community. Also, another thing, be on the lookout for if the opposition group is even from your district or if from your community. Sometimes they're not. They have an axe to grind, and there's a lot of this going around. It's very important to make sure that this is organically grown. If it isn't, that is a big deal, and you should call them out on it, because regardless of politics, people do not like outsiders dictating to them how they should be conducting their affairs. Something to look out for, but definitely keep an eye out for the facts, making sure you have your facts down cold, and when they come out and something is inaccurate, to have a local champion on your behalf. Make sure that there's a letter to the editor, making sure that they're engaging the community and speaking on your behalf to set the record straight. That is a great way to take on opposition groups. That's a good one. Okay. All right.